Welcome back to Good Day Sacramento at Willo Aveda Salon in the Fountains this morning, or I should say at the Fountains. We're talking about all things hair this morning. It is summertime. Ladies, fellas, I know you want to be outside, you want to be having some fun, but your hair has to look right? But underneath all the hair, whether it's a weave, a wig, your own natural hair, what's most important is the health, right? Your scalp health specifically. So we're going to talk about some scalp health, and then a little bit later, we're going to talk about some really cool and fun spring trends for your hair. This is Serena. Serena, good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, so before we do anything, let's talk about this beautiful salon. You guys have been at the Fountains for almost 16 years now.
Yes, we have. We love it here in the Fountains. It's a great location, and we have such an amazing team of professionals here.
Yeah. So we wanted to pop in and talk about scalp health. That is really hard to say that fast. Say that 3 times. Scalp health. It's really hard to do. But first and foremost, what is the most important thing about keeping your scalp healthy?
So we've always focused on the health of our skin on our face, and your scalp is actually an extension of that. And the interesting thing and the important thing to note is your scalp health dictates your hair health. So if you're having thinning hair or you're having issues with your scalp, you're going to see those two things heavily related.
When I get my hair done, the first thing I say is, okay, how does my scalp look? And I love when they say it looks healthy. So right now you guys are seeing something really cool. It's a scalp evaluation that you guys do in-house with this really cool tool, piece of equipment. Tell me what we're seeing.
So Brittany is looking at this guest's scalp. She's looking to see if there's any buildup, any dry spots, any irritation, any clogged pores or follicles on the scalp. All of those things are going to determine what professional care we need to do, as well as any home care that the guest will need. And then, of course, if we see anything in terms of discoloration or things that the guest should talk to the dermatologist about, we will bring that to their attention as well.
I do want to take kind of a tighter shot here because I'm curious. I mean, I'm assuming this is what we would consider a healthy scalp.
Yes, her scalp is clean and healthy. You don't see any buildup. You don't see any redness or irritation there, which is exactly what we want to see.
Okay, so if you come to Willo Aveda, we'll go this direction. You're going to do the evaluation first, and then you will start your treatment. And we have someone doing a treatment right now. Now, this is important, especially for someone who may not have the healthiest scalp.
Exactly, because your scalp health, like I said, determines your hair health. And so what you see Jared doing here is working on doing some exfoliation. If you think about a facial, how you do exfoliation on your skin, we're doing that for the scalp also because we want to stimulate hair growth. We want to make sure that those pores aren't clogged. We want, obviously, to generate a healthy environment for hair to grow.
We do have to wrap it up, but there's a good example of what to use or what you guys use when you want to tend to maybe not so healthy scalp, but at home, 3 quick tips to keep that scalp healthy.
Well, the products you use is very important. Having a regimen to clean your scalp, coupled with an in-salon professional treatment.
I got it. All right. That's fantastic. Okay, Willo Aveda at the Fountains, guys. We'll link it all to the website, gooddaysacramento.com. John and Cor, I don't know, is this weird? I really want to wash someone's hair. I've always desired to do that. Can I wash your hair? Is that weird? All right, we're going to go to a commercial.
Look how he looked at you.
There you go. I've always wanted to do this.
He looked at you like,
we'll
what?
Be right back.
What just happened? All right, if your scalp is a little itchy and flaky, I use a styling powder, so if you see, there is something you can do about it to help your hair grow long and healthy.
Yeah, let's check back in with Ashley Williams with some products that can help. Hi, Ash.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Serena. And if you're just tuning in, we are at Willo Aveda in Roseville this morning at the Fountains. The first segment, we did talk about scalp health. That is really hard to say when you put it together. You guys do what they call an evaluation. For people who are just tuning in, tell them at home just a little bit about that.
Well, your scalp is an extension of the skin on your face, and the health of your scalp really determines the health of your hair. So it's really important to do an evaluation and determine what professional care needs to take place as well as home care to keep it healthy.
And that's all on the website, gooddaysacramento.com. But Court and John, you know what? We really wanted to talk about spring, summer hair trends. What are we seeing, or what will we be seeing, or what are people dying to get when they come into the salon? So we have a couple of pictures for you guys. I don't know if you guys could hear me or not, but for you guys, if you were to guess one person who made an appearance on the blue carpet last night at the Met Gala,
Okay.
Who's the one person you think they're trying to have that same haircut?
Wait, who's the
I can
person
give you a
that
small hint.
the last part
Everybody
of your
wants
question?
one particular cut.
Okay.
One particular cut. Everybody wants this look. This one person was on the red carpet
asking the
last
wrong
night for the Met Gala.
Courtney,
Can you guess?
Cut.
It's a lot of people.
A cut.
How about this? No pants. No pants. She
Oh,
had no
Sabrina
pants on.
Carpenter?
Sabrina Carpenter. Yes, good job. Let's show
The
this
bangs.
hairstyle. We're gonna start with that. Exactly, of course. Sabrina Carpenter. Let's talk about it.
That's right. So as you can see from the image, that split heavier bang is one of our big requests this spring and summer seasons. We have a lot of people coming in and asking for a replica of that, haircut, as you mentioned.
Yeah. Now, is there any particular like hairstyle or thickness even that makes sense for that particular cut? Or how many people come in and want it, and you guys are like,
That ain't gonna
nah,
work for
we're
you."
not gonna do that for you.
I think every
Yeah.
time bangs come back in, the
Yeah.
hairstylists are like, oh gosh.
There we go.
But of course, just like any style, different hair types work better
Yep.
with that. That's a lot of heavy weight in the front, and so it does require some thickness of the hair.
I mean, I'm a big fan of that haircut. I won't do it, but it looks great. Picture number 2, guys. We are going to embrace our curls, especially for the natural
Love a
hair.
curl.
Yes, we love this, and as an Aveda salon, we really embrace the natural side of things. We're 100% vegan hair salon, so embracing your curls. And as we go into the spring and summer when it's hot, nothing better than not having to use the blow dryer and embrace that.
By the way, these are photos of their clients. Okay, client number 3 here, I should say number 2, somebody with sun-kissed blonde hair. That is a big one this summer.
Yeah, so a lot of our guests don't really want to have heavy upkeep, and so doing a sun-kissed blonde, where it really looks like the sun just highlighted your hair naturally. I added some blonding in the front just to brighten me up. That's something that we're doing a lot of right now.
All right. And then last but not least, something called the textured cut. You guys are going to take a look at this photo here. This is another one of your clients, but there's a lot of texture there.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of very unique hairstyles and requests. From mullets to the picture that you see here, all different kinds of heavy texture, just kind of expressing your uniqueness.
I love it. Express your uniqueness this spring and summer. Willo Aveda. It's their way, guys. Their way or no way. We'll make sure their information is linked to the website, gooddaysacramento.com. Serena, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll toss it back over to you.
Thanks, Ash.
Thank you, Ashley.